All right. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit today, and I figure who doesn't love a little bit of building? So I've already taken the liberty of moving these seats back here to make kind of a rear bench slash bed type affair, and breaking down the rest of them for materials. And we're going to turn this into a cute little house. So let's see what we got here. Start with a basic desk. Nothing fancy. Just somewhere to sit, have meals, do all that kind of stuff. You can never go wrong with a bit of overhead storage. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's see, what color do we like? You know what? Let's go with... Yeah, blue looks nice. Alright, let's see. This desk is not going to work. Hindsight being 2020 and all that. But yeah, actually, not gonna lie. One of the things I do enjoy in this game is just building up these cute little hideouts and houses and stuff. It's always kind of satisfying. You know what? We're gonna divide this in half because I think that's gonna look cool. For the table, let's do this little guy. Oh, that's a little better. What's gonna look good over there? You need to run outside and grab some materials. Need some hinges for a door. Some more wood. I'll grab some garbage bags too, so there can be a water container. Oh, no, actually, I can probably get a sink set up in there. Grab a little of this one yet? Let's see. Yep, looks like I got it all. That's easy. Let's go. Love my little 38 special sometimes. Actually, I better grab a sink. I do have a wrench in my inventory already, so that's good. Old revolvers. They're old, but my god, do they work still. you need the regular. You can do beyond install them with a regular wrench, but you need the pipe wrench to reinstall them. Ah, there it is. Or rather, a pipe wrench to plumb them in once they're installed. I believe this is one of Filibuster Rhymes used cars school buses. But you know, like pretty much everything Filibuster Rhymes does is pretty sweet little setup. Oh, there we go. Let's see, I kind of want the covered doors on it though. You know what? You can never go with basic white, and you can always find some IKEA flat pack special somewhere. Yeah, I can't plumb a sink in here. That's fair, I guess. I'll deal with that later, though. Let's see if we can set up for a chair over here. Oh, there we go. Let's yank that sink. Ah, jeez. Bastards. You know what, let's go, instead of being a flat wall, let's make a door on this side. Actually. Make a door. How do I really make a door? Oh, there we go. Now, what should I put on this side? Maybe like a little workshop. Yeah, let's do a little workshop on this side. That'd be kind of fun. It's always good to have multiple exits. Like the idea of one entrance exit that makes it easier to defend is true. The problem with that though is that yes, it's easier to defend, but if something goes wrong, you know, goes from being a failed defense to just an outright massacre, so it's kind of a, you need to find that delicate balance. Welding rods, metal sheets, small metal sheets, screw, okay, that's good to know. Alright, so welding rods, screws, metal sheets, and small metal sheets. I can make that work. I think. Well, got my loose screws. Oh, welding rods. Man, like in this game here, last like 3-4 days of game time, it's just been raining like it's going out of style. Nope. Good old welding, classic welding rods, probably 4570 if I remember correctly. It's kind of the default to put everything, it seems like. You know what though, for water, real quick. Ah, there we go. Now we're talking. Should open up some more space in the backpack. Like so. Some more metal sheets for those. Those are pretty cool. Just see what we all got to work with here. Yep, metal sheets. Everybody wants metal sheets. Man, am I gonna have to do a metal hunting run here? It's looking like it. Unless it's in the back of one of these trucks. Inventory. Some more wood. Did I put it in the tow truck? Nope. I think it's already 2 tonight. Alright. Well, looks like we're going on a loot run. Throw that back there so I don't lose track of it. If I can get my metal working up to level 6, so make some really cool armor. We're talking stuff that actually appears like it might actually have a chance of being bulletproof. Don't really know how much it won't be that much of a chance, but still. Still counts. Never gets old. What was it? Oh, the real estate decay. Oh yeah, the mechanic there, we could open up car doors while driving. So when you're driving along, minding your own business, see a zombie, and whip the door open, and there you go. Problem thoroughly solved. I don't have it on this computer. I do have it on my old one there. Maybe I'll see if I can get the old one fired up so I do some recordings. I do have some fun games. I do have some games on there. I have to run them on the absolute lowest graphic settings to get them to work proper. But I got War Thunder, which is always always fun, always a good show. What else? State of Decay. This little new computer I got there's got a little solid state drive, and so she runs a lot faster, a lot smoother. But the memory capacity is just not the same. But I did get it refurbished for about $250, $300 when shipping and everything. So can't really complain too loud. It's not a gaming computer by any stretch. It's just a higher end office computer, but or a higher end office laptop actually. So that's one thing to remember too. If you guys are ever thinking about doing recordings or something or whatnot, you know, the hardest part is just getting the courage together, getting your guts together to actually do it. That's what I've been finding. And, you know, like, yeah, my production value is not high, I'm not classy, but, you know, having some fun and all that, getting my voice out there. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a traffic jam up here, a whole bunch of burnout cars. Tires also getting pretty bald. I think my tires also are pretty bald. makes it a little harder to hydroplane with something like this. Alright, got enough gas for fuel in there for 6 cars. And actually, in real life too, they do use propane and oxygen, propane torches. Oxygen for heavy duty cutting applications, like we're talking like ship breaking and stuff. It's not as reliable as using acetylene. You don't get as fine a control and it's slower, but it's a lot cheaper to buy propane than it is to buy acetylene, and actually quite a bit safer to use propane than acetylene too. Which, you know, we've seen some pretty good. There's been some pretty amazing propane explosions out there. If I recall correct, there was one case where it threw a train car something like 300 feet, or about pretty close to 100 meters. Um, yeah, during it was a train crash followed by a propane explosion. Apparently it was pretty impressive. But yeah, acetylene there, they actually use, if you really want to hear a messed up thing there, acetylene in the tanks, it's not just like a standard pressure tank. It's filled with this kind of spongy material, and it to help keep everything from sloshing around. And then acetylene will bind with acetone, and that stabilizes a little bit. Bearing in mind that acetone is stupid dangerous just as is. Like acetone doesn't really need a whole lot of reasons to explode. But actually, in some cases too, pure acetone, if it's not stored correctly, can actually spontaneously combust too, which is just terrifying. But anyway, they're using this highly unstable substance as a stabilizing agent in acetylene, and that brings it down to that brings it down from you're going to die if you do any kind of handle this stuff at all, to you've got to try to go and die when you handle it. That said, though, there was an incident way back when I was in college. One of my course instructors when I was studying welding, one of his buddies had he had a couple of oxygen and acetylene tanks on his pickup truck or his work truck, and no one's really sure what happened, but at least one of the acetylene tanks went up. Some of his tools were found by a couple kids just about a half a mile away. Launched by explosion. They identified him by DNA. They had some bone fragments and some teeth, and that was pretty much all that was left of him. Yeah. Looked like what's his name, Timothy McVeigh's. The truck looked like Timothy McVeigh's little truck there after the Oklahoma City bombing. Just gone. Yeah, that's one of the most interesting things I ever worked with. Nothing quite like too, actually. I've had this happen to me a couple times there. If you're kind of, not paying as much attention as you should be, and you're swapping out oxygen acetylene tanks for some fresh ones. There's nothing quite like losing your grip on a fresh acetylene tank and it hits the ground on its side. Like that is just oof. Like just nasty. And actually oxygen's got its own, so acetylene it blows up in just one place, it's just a big bomb. Oxygen though has got its own little tweak to it. So there's a lot of cliches in video game stuff where you shoot oxygen in movies, where you shoot oxygen tanks and they just blow up. Well, they're actually not they're not explosive at all. Like you get a little bit of you get the pressure release, which can kind of be like an explosion to a degree. But what where oxygen's really dangerous isn't so much that it's explosive, it's that it makes everything burn hotter. So regular acetylene just burning by itself is this blackish, thick, really ugly little smoky little flame. Um, you have to add the oxygen to it to get the force to cut through metal. And same thing with propane too. Like, you use a propane blowtorch, you're never going to cut metal in a million years. You have a hard time heating up little chunks of metal to red hot for most propane torches. But if you get one, you hook it up to an oxy-fuel rig and shoot it with a bit of oxygen there, you'll burn right through. Well, again, like I said, with propane, they use it for like shipbreaking and stuff. And propane's got a lot less oomph to it than acetylene, but even then, propane can go through like 12, 16 inches of solid steel. Which, yeah, is pretty incredible. Not gonna lie, if it wasn't so dangerous, I'd probably get into shipbreaking. Be a pretty cool job, but yeah, they don't do a whole lot of it in North America for various reasons. Yeah, here in North America, if you kill a worker, you have to answer to various legal authorities on why you killed them, how they died. Whereas over in India, Bangladesh, Somalia is actually getting big on it too. Um, it's not so much life is cheap, but the officials are bribable. So, yeah, I know it's a pretty messed up situation. God, oh, there was my bull bar. Whoops. You know it's good here when you rip the bumper off your truck. That's one actually I'm hoping for Build For It too in this game, is that they solve some of these issues with objects piling on top of each other. Honestly, with this game, that's actually, I would say, my biggest complaint. It's just one of those things that just, I don't know why, it just bugs me a little bit. Probably a sign of some deep-seated neurological condition or something or other. That's right, I gotta get more fuel. But yeah, oxy-fuel rigs, the little portable one's actually pretty sweet. My dad's got one there, and he keeps trying to get me to use it and all that, and it's, yeah, I've been trying to talk him into going and getting a new one, because that thing, um, last time I used it, I found at least 3 or 4 leaks that I couldn't. Yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 leaks in there. And actually, at some point there, I actually gave up trying to patch them. Just because it was like you know, putting, spitting at a hurricane, basically. Yeah, horrible system there. Last time I used it, I had it fired up. Anyway, after I was done, did what I had to do and all that. After I was done, then I figured, okay, well, cool, done the job, turn it off. And I turned it off, or between jobs, I'll just, turn off the torch head. And when I have the torch head turned off, I look over at it and at the regulator, just seeing how much I got to work with and all that. And anyway, the regulator is noticeably going down when I have everything turned off. Um, yeah. Yeah, she's sitting there just losing pressure. hell is this guy? Probably hidden. Oh yeah, he's in these trees, I think. And that's for being in my personal space. Where are you? There we go. Building menu. So let's just see what we got for metal containers over here. Pretty boring. More interesting. What door hinges? That's pretty cool, but some of those, a lot of that guy's mods there are built for some a follow game he was running. Damn, I gotta grab a couple hinges. Because actually that toolbox would be perfect. You know what, actually, yeah, there we go. Oh, I love those little toolboxes. Actually, I should be able to now move these into the backpack. There we go. Let's see. Everybody wants metal sheets. It's okay, just about done in there. Probably make some. Yeah, I think the rest of it'll just be wood. Yeah, still moved up a bit. Man, I can put a wood stove right in there. And then over here. I don't know why these do not want to work for me. I don't know what's going on there. This one's okay with working. There we go. But yeah, then it's just going to be some nice detailing and set dressing. And of course, got to go and dig out one of those stoves. Actually, before I get out of there, I should probably. There we go. Because with this RV Interiors mod, all electricity is controlled by the vehicle's battery. So that can be kind of a pain to deal with. And we do have another vehicle, actually, or another inside place to work on too. I was thinking of turning this kind of setup into a bit of a bunkhouse type deal. So to start off with, we're going to need a bed. That's right. Yeah, I think this is just going to be kind of, I'm going to turn this into kind of a flop house type deal. You come in, you find a bed, you fall into it. There we go. Not the prettiest setup in the world, but it's indoors, it's halfway warm. Got a fire. You know what they need in here is a table. Oh yeah, there we go. Thread and rip sheets for some of the nice ones. It's annoying. Actually. Oh. Okay then. not terrible. I can still get stuff done in here. Not quite the setup I was planning on, that's okay. And what actually I put this last chair right here. There we go. Yeah, chair blocking off access like that's kind of bugging me a little bit. Yeah, one thing there with games, sometimes you have to get kind of creative to make things work. Especially if you kind of want to do something a little more artsy-fartsy. There we go. We got some food storage for the crew. Yeah, let's do a book. Let's do a little bookcase. Maybe. Yeah, let's do just a basic dresser. Basic dresser always looks good. There we go. As they say, 10 times the charm. There we are. Look at that. It's a proper home now. Let's turn this crack house into a crack home. I'm just gonna go and do a bit of set dress and just make her look a little nicer there. That's where I got this government supply box, you know. Yeah, why not? There we go. Okay. Actually, I can put that in the other one. You know, there's always a good place for a radio. It's a nice little table. There we go. Little homemade ham radio. Yeah, that's kind of actually the fun part of the whole deal. We'll give them just a basic, boring old radio. And let's get them some snacks too. Did you freeze on me? Alright, I have a stinging suspicion. This is where I'm going to call it quits for this go round. And yeah, well, let's see. Don't you love computer tech? Alright, well, peace out. We'll talk to you guys all later. And yeah, looks like it's a little shorter one this time around. But yeah, we'll see you guys around. Alright.